This is the Chingola-Solwezi Road, an important link between the Copperbelt via Chingola to Solwezi in the northwestern province. The road is designated as T5, an abbreviation describing the road as a trunk road. This is an interterritorial main road and connects Zambia to the neighboring countries such as Angola in the west, the Democratic Republic of Congo in the north, Copperbelt Province in the southeast, Central in the south, and Western Province in the west. The poor state of the Chingola-Solwezi Road was described by many in different ways, using different dialects. Superlatives such as flawed, impaired, run down, messed, in need of repair, spoiled, out of action, or describe the state of the road. The poor state of the Chingola-Solwezi Road increased the travel time, vehicle operating costs, and the cost of doing business. In addition, the road reduced transportation efficiency and competitiveness of business. For a long time, this was the state of the Chingola-Solwezi Road. It was for this reason that government, through the Road Development Agency, signed 2 contracts with China Geo and Buildcon Investments Limited to rehabilitate the 168-kilometer stretch. This marked the start of the long-awaited rehabilitation works on this important road link, which leads to the copper-rich northwestern province. In order to ease movement of goods and people and tap immense benefits from roads in the mining region, and using the road tolling program as collateral, the National Road Fund Agency secured a win-win financing arrangement with the National Pension Scheme Authority (NAPSA) to the amount of 2.1 billion kwacha, which has seen the near completion of roadworks on the Ndola-Kitwe, Kitwe-Chingola, and the Chingola-Solwezi roads.
As we are aware, that section of the road network was quite in bad state. And in terms of travel times, it used to take a lot of time for people to traverse between the Copperbelt and the Solwezi. Now, the agency approached the National Pension Scheme Authority looking for a local partner for road infrastructure development. And in that vein, NAPSA was kind enough to avail us with a financing facility to complete that stretch of the road to the tune of 2.1 billion kwacha. The project is almost done, and we are very happy. We have got a very good road. Travel times have reduced, and most of the road users now appreciate the quality of the infrastructure which we have delivered to Northwestern and the new Copperbelt province of Zambia.
Government through the Road Development Agency RDA has been sensitive to the needs of the people of Zambia, and it is equally committed to providing safer, efficient and a better road network for the northwestern province and Zambia in particular. The Chingola-Solwezi Road greatly deteriorated and had to undergo a full rehabilitation and is packaged into 3 lots as explained by the RDA Director of Communications and Corporate Affairs.
It started with Lot 1, which was awarded to China Geo Engineering Corporation, and then Lot 2, which is 40 kilometers, was given to Buildcon Investment Limited, and then Lot 3, which is a 68-kilometer stretch, was awarded to China Geo Corporation. So these are the lots that were given to these particular construction companies, and work had to be done at the same time, simultaneously. And I should also mention that through a variation order, we have been able to work on the roads in Chingola, where we've covered about 5.9 kilometers of roads in Chingola. And we have also worked on roads in Solwezi, where we have done a dual carriageway right in the central business district.
In order to stimulate growth in the productive sectors, the government's focus has targeted on the development, rehabilitation, construction and maintenance of the trunk, main and district roads. The RDA has also created access roads to agricultural, mining, manufacturing and tourist areas. This is Solwezi, the provincial capital town of the northwestern province. As of the year 2000, during the census period, the district had a population of over 200,000 people. The province has witnessed huge investments in the mining sector. Douglas Ngimbu is the Deputy Permanent Secretary of Northwestern Province and describes the economic activities in this region.
This province is richly endowed with these mineral resources. As you may be aware, Solwezi-Chingola Road is the road which is connecting Northwestern Province to Copperbelt and the rest of Zambia. So it's a very, very important road. Then apart from that, just generally other goods from this province, it's very rich in agriculture. Our people here are very hardworking. We produce a lot of maize. Yeah, we also we produce honey. I'm sure you are aware of that. Yeah, and we also produce timber. Yeah, a lot of timber. Yeah, so this is the road which is being used to carry these goods to the markets.
The development of road infrastructure, in addition to stimulating growth in the productive sectors, is intended to offer rural people self-employment and income-generating opportunities such as road maintenance jobs and a wider market for their goods, crops and services, and in the process create wealth. RDA Regional Manager for the Northwestern Province, Engineer Manda Ndabane, gives an overview of road projects in the province.
We have a number of projects which are ongoing, some at the planning stage. Amongst the projects that are ongoing are periodic maintenance projects, which is the periodic maintenance of Solwezi-Munilunga Road, which is at 50%, and the works have been carried out by Inyasi. Then we have periodic maintenance of Mutanda to Chavuma M8 Road, the first 8 kilometers, and progress is at 58%, and the works are being done by China Geo. Then we have a rehabilitation project, which is the famous Solwezi-Chingola Road, which has been split into 2 lots, lot 2 and 3, which are on the northwestern, and then lot 1 is on the Copperbelt. Then we have an upgrade project in Munilunga, that's Munilunga Ikelengi, whose project is somewhere 23%. Then we have also what we call routine maintenance contracts, which we do some maintenance on feeder roads and T and MD roads. Then we have the famous Link Zambia projects that are underway. We have the Solwezi-Kipushi Road, still under procurement. Then we have the Manyinga-Munilunga Road under procurement. Then we have the Kasempa-Kauma Road under procurement. Then also is the Kasempa-Mumbwa Road. We would also want to link the Zambezi West Bank to the East Bank by way of a bridge, about 400 meters, that is also under procurement.
The transport sector contributes to economic development through catalyzing economic growth of the formal sector, alleviation of poverty by assisting communities to become self-sufficient, addressing basic needs of the poor, and fulfilling a strategic function in terms of integrating communities. Roads are arteries through which the economy pulses and make a crucial contribution to economic development and growth of any country. Engineer Ndabane gives a scope of works for 100-kilometer Lot 2 and 68 kilometers Lot 3 of the Chingola-Solwezi Road, which are all situated in the Northwestern Province under China Geo-Engineering Corporation, and explains about the newly constructed Lunga Bridge.
So the scope for full rehabilitation involved the roadbed preparation, the earthworks, then the road layers, and then the finish, which is asphalt, 50mm asphalt. Asphalt was chosen because of the high traffic volume that is experienced on this road, and the heavy goods is able to withstand the loading. Lot 3, we have 2 bridges that have been constructed, the Lunga Bridge where we are, and the Solwezi Bridge. The Lunga Bridge, initially what we should have done from the old bridge, we should have just extended the sides and also raised it. But because of the foundation conditions, we found that it was not suitable, so we had to demolish the whole bridge and then started from the ground to finish level. And then in Solwezi, because of the dual carriageway that we are doing, we had to build another bridge besides the old bridge, the Solwezi Bridge.
The contractor for Lot 1 and Lot 3 is China Geo-Engineering Corporation. Site manager engineer Zhou Jian describes the work done on the 2 lots.
So we started in 2015, and in 2016 is because of the payment issue, so we're delayed for a year. And all the 2017, we have done all the roads almost, from even Road 1 and Road 3. And right now, Road 1 is almost 99%, even Road 3, 99% works we already done. Road 3 is only the Solwezi Bridge. I think after the rain season, we finish that road, that bridge.
The first 10 kilometers of the 68-kilometer stretch in Lot 3 of the Chingola-Solwezi Road project was subcontracted by China Geoengineering Corporation to a Zambian contractor, Swift. Though the road markings are yet to be done on this stretch, the government policy of the 20% subcontracting is slowly bearing fruit. The specific objectives of the policy is meant to empower local contractors, create jobs for Zambian citizens, create sustainable local contracting capacity, and upgrading local contractors from grade 6 through to grade 1, among others.
All right, we have almost 10 subcontracts. The biggest is Swift Cargo. They have the 15% subcontracting for these roads from 100 kilometer 100 to kilometer 110. Right now they're almost done, only the road marking. I think as a subcontract, as the first project of them, I think they did well.
Sandwiched between the state enterprise China Geoengineering Corporation in Lot 1 and Lot 3 is Buildcon Investment Limited. Buildcon is one of the biggest indigenous Zambian-owned and fastest-growing construction and engineering firm whose key areas of operation include design and project management of complex infrastructure projects, roads, buildings, and carrying out feasibility studies. Buildcon was awarded a contract at a ceremony that took place on Monday, May 18, 2015. Moses Mubanga is the Chief Executive Officer and now explains the overall work assessment of Lot 2 of the road project.
A critical look will review that when you critically analyze the section that we've done and compare it to the other two lots, you may not be able to see the difference. Okay, because for now, obviously, we've not done the studs, the road furniture, and everything. But once all those are pushed into place, then the difference will not be there. Obviously, that indicates a lot of progress from the local contractors, and we sincerely believe that the local capacity building initiatives which have been embarked upon by the policymakers are actually producing the intended fruits going forward.
While it is commendable that Zambian companies have fully been involved in the construction of a major road project such as the Chingola-Solwezi Road, Buildcon is one of the companies licensed in the large-scale category by the National Council for Construction (NCC). Moses Mubanga further explains encounters or challenges he could have faced in the execution of the road project.
My lot was in the middle, and I was getting materials as far as Solwezi and Chilelabombwe. So during construction, the other team on the other side were constructing, and on the other side, they were also constructing. So I was using a road that was being constructed, two roads that were being constructed to ferry material from Kansanshi, from Solwezi and Chilelabombwe. And we are talking about over 200 tons of concrete. That's not a joke. Obviously, the bigger guys were at the far end. Their proximity was superb. KCM, a few minutes are there, they take the materials, and yeah. So we did not compare ourselves to everybody else, because the decision, obviously, to finish the project way before time becomes purely a business decision, because every business has its own optimal capacity on which they have to perform.
Works on Lot 1, which is a stretch of 60 kilometers from Chingola town, have been described as substantially complete. Engineer Joseph Himululi is the regional manager, Cobalt, and now explains.
The road is complete and it has been opened to traffic from kilometer 0 up to kilometer 60. The scope of works involved basically this was a rehabilitation project, because the existing road had deteriorated and a solution was required to renew it to improve its service levels. So an intervention that was considered was to rehabilitate the road. So basically it involved the ripping off the existing road and building in new layer works and a new wearing course in asphalt concrete. It also included the drainage works, line marking and signage and other ancillary related activities.
15 kilometers from Chingola, main town, in Lot 1 is the construction of a new toll plaza which was a variation from the Chingola-Solwezi road contract.
In terms of physical progress, we estimate that we are at least at 80% physical completion state. And this, the remaining 20%, most of it is actually covered by the tolling system, which is been shipped at the moment. And once the tolling system is installed, that other 20% component will make this facility complete.
Similarly, in the northwestern province, the Humphrey Mlemba Toll Plaza has been constructed in an area called Kiavankaka between Solwezi and Mutanda.
The works on Humphrey Mlemba Toll Plaza were done in-house by SRD as a regional office at a total cost of 5 million. The works so far, the scope involved the construction of the canopy, the concrete pavement, and the control buildings, and also we had to locate some families who were within the area. We built 2 houses within the same 5 million. We started some work sometime in 2017, December, but it was during the rain season, so there was not a lot that was done. So far, the progress is at 98%, and we took almost one and a half years to complete.
The 2 toll stations are particularly significant, having been constructed in the heart of Zambia's mining hub and on commercially viable points of the country's major highways, which are not only central to our economic growth, but linked to the Democratic Republic of Congo and Angola and to the rest of Zambia, an essential part of the North-South trade corridor.
The National Road Fund Agency, being a lead toll agent, is looking forward to the completion of the toll infrastructure on the same portion of the road section to accelerate and mobilize resources, one, for maintenance of the same road, to ensure that the road does not deteriorate to the previous state in which it was in. We have one toll station just outside the Chingola on the Solwezi, on the Chingola end. And then we have also built another toll station just after Solwezi as you proceed on your way to Mwinulunga, just before the Mutanda Junction, the Humphrey Mlemba toll station. The Humphrey Mlemba toll station is ready for commission and will be commissioning very soon. The toll station outside Chingola is over 95% complete. All this infrastructure will help us maintain the same road and to ensure that it's in quality and for the benefit of the road users.
Chingola town is home to Nchanga Copper Mine, a deep shaft, high-grade content copper mining operation which subsequently led to the development of 2 open pit operations, Chingola Open Pit and Changa Open Pit, the second largest open cast mine in the world. The Road Development Agency has also undertaken works of approximately 5.9 kilometers rehabilitation of a section of Trunk Road number 3 in Chingola town through a variation to the contract from Kitwe Chingola roundabout to the junction of Solwezi Chingola Road under the existing rehabilitation of the Chingola Solwezi Lot 1. Other road works being undertaken in Chingola town are being done by Sino Hydro Zambia Limited.
So we are talking about something like 99% of the works. The only part that is remaining, as you can see, is this traffic circle, which we've had to change the design. It was initially an asphalt traffic circle, and now we've had to change it to a concrete one. So we'll be doing a concrete traffic circle on this.
For Chingola Urban Road, we finished the total is 15.5 kilometers. Until now, we already finished all the work. Just the remaining road signs and road marking work.
Avic International is equally working on some selected roads in Chingola.
So far this project is a township road, so we are starting to work here since from the earthwork up to the tarmac. And some roads we supposed to done the drainage and the walkway and even the cobblestones. It's just for make people happy and to keep dust down. And people is nicely to working on the roadside, and it will be also it's reduced the accident for the person. So far almost in downtown we've done almost all of them.
There is no doubt that the roadworks on the Chingola-Solwezi Road have been highly appreciated by people from all walks of life. For instance, right in the central business district of Solwezi town is a dual carriageway constructed much to the delight of the local road users. This is the first time that the local drivers of Solwezi have driven on a dual carriageway, something that gives them hope that they can drive in bigger cities such as Lusaka.
Ate watu asante pa kutupangira ko mukwakwa wa mano bibe mikwakwa ibiji ya kwenderamo mambo kara twaindira ngatu mukwakwa unga umoto so twaindanga byonka mayuka tu mukwakwa umo wa shupa kwenderamo so pape wetupangira ko mikwakwa ibiji twena kwenderamo burongo sana
kara mani bari cha dinga haya kama to dina kakisana kwa bagana lakini tusikira hadi sana mabukwa ngana enda tupangira kunima itukare juice wonderful
kwena mseo wa ubika twalidasha sana pantu development pantu nangulili ni bapangiro yo msebo tabaishoko ati kunta chilimikuka abantu abengiyo bene baita chilimikuka bafya abantu babili numba ni tuli mu 1000 so msebo ulife wino sana.
The dance performed by the local people is in praise of the newly rehabilitated road in the province. That special dance is a way of expressing gratitude to what was then the Chingola-Solwezi Road, to the new look Chingola-Solwezi Road. With the works nearing completion, the supervising engineer now gives his overview impressions of the entire 168-kilometer road.
And overall the works is be done by the contractor very good quality, and they'll be done the quality of works where they'll be competitively, and they'll be achieved all the aspects as per the contract requirements. And the lot one mainly the 60 kilometers will be completed in the last December, and the township road where the Chingola town 5.9 kilometers is being completed now, and the toll plaza almost is achieved 80% of the progress.
Final touches are being worked on by the contractors to make the 168-kilometer stretch substantially complete. The road markings, reflectors, guardrails, and studs that form part of the road furniture, as can be seen while driving in the night, creates safer roads and mobility as one of the key components in reducing the high levels of road carnage. The Road Development Agency is delighted with the works being done so far.
We are delighted as the Road Development Agency in that we have delivered this project on behalf of government. Yes, we can safely say that the work has been substantially complete. All we are working on now are just minor works that include the drainages, road markings, and road furniture in certain areas. Otherwise, very soon, this is a road that will be commissioned by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu.
With the ever-growing demand for quality good roads, the future looks bright for the National Road Fund Agency (NRFA) and the Road Development Agency (RDA), contributing to the development and maintenance of the core road network and access roads to agriculture, manufacturing, mining, and tourist areas, further resulting in the stimulation of growth in these productive sectors and contributing to the goals and aspirations of the 7th National Development Plan of accelerating development efforts towards Vision 2030 without leaving anyone behind.